Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Joy if you're new here, and if you're a subscriber, welcome back to a new video. And on today's video we're going to be talking about vision boards. Vision boards are like a buzzword during the New Year's. You hear about vision boards, you see them on content creators reels. You're like, what the hell are they? Of course they're like a piece of cardboard that you stick pictures on, or they're like in digital form. You can make them on Canva. Like, it's just like, it's not a new concept, everybody knows about them, but maybe most of the time we think about them in passing. We're like, oh, this is something that's like there, but it's not really for me. And I would like to change your mind about that today. I would like to show you that vision boards are actually for you. Like, vision boards are amazing. They're a tool that you can use, that you can leverage, but most of the time people use them wrongly, and I would like for you and me to use them right. And I want you to follow my journey as I make my own vision board, and by the time the video is over, maybe you'll contemplate making your own, be it a physical one or a virtual one on your computer. I would just like for you to be presented with the facts, and then you can determine for yourself whether that's something that you want. Because given that, like, all the good things that could happen from it, I don't think it would harm you, because they're inexpensive, and they're easy to make, so, and they're fun to make. So I don't think it could like cost you anything to make one, or if it's like going to take too much of your time. Yes, so I would like to actually present you with scientific facts, or like testimonies of people, and proof of not exactly like vision boards, but the entire concept of vision boards and the principles that like they rest upon. Maybe like visualization, positive thinking, how to do positive thinking right, how to visualize right. So welcome. You're going to be watching me making my own vision board, and as I make it, I'm going to be giving you guys tips. So welcome, and I hope you enjoy. Me again. So the wildest thing just happened. I just opened the like footage I wanted to start editing, and then I noticed I filmed it all in portrait. I can't I don't know if I filmed it in portrait or like I'm really shocked. But anyway, it can't make it to like a YouTube video. Maybe if I make it into a short or Insta Reels or TikTok, but a YouTube video, no, it's not going to make it. So this has to be a video of like, this has to be me speaking. This has to be a speaking video. To be honest, I was not ready for this. I don't think I was ready to start speaking like just to the like for a whole 10 minutes speaking to the camera on my own. I felt a bit intimidated, but we're doing this now. So we are going to begin. Like, we're going to talk about like why I think you should create a vision board, and I have some notes written down, some key points, so I'm just going to be looking at my notebook every now and again. So first of all, like, the first thing I want to talk about is that you should be a dreamer. Like, be a dreamer. Like, dream big. Like, expand your horizons. Be ready for the best things in your life. So, like, just open yourself up to big things. I was having a conversation with my sister the other day, and we were talking about how life is very fickle, and you should open yourself up to more experiences, because you really never know when you could go. I'm sorry to make this like something about death, but one of the things that I said was like, I would start to do things that if I was to die tomorrow, I would like to have said that I have done those things. Or if I was to die at the end of the year, like, what is it that I would regret never doing? So that's a really good question to put in mind when you're starting to create your vision board. What's something that you always really wanted to do? So the first reason why we make vision boards is because everything that happens was once an idea in someone's mind. Can you imagine that everything that when you walk around and you see was someone's idea, was someone's thought? So your thoughts are powerful. What you think is really powerful. You have the ability to create everything that you think about. Everything that you think about your life, you have the ability to execute. And you know this also. So that it's something that you do not know. The first advantage of creating a vision board is that it determines what you want. It increases your understanding of your goals. Like, sometimes you may waste your effort because you're not working towards the things that you really want. But creating a vision board outlines the things that you want for you more clearly. When you see a pictorial representation of them every day, like for me, I hung up mine on the wall, and I'll show you in a few. Like if I see that every day, I know exactly what I'm working towards. So I'm not going to forget. I'm not ever going to forget, and I'm not ever going to not know what I'm working towards. I always know what I'm working towards. It's really hard to walk without knowing where you're going, just going where the journey takes you. Well, maybe you could do that after some time of living a really focused and directional life, but it's most of the time it's really hard to sail like in an ocean. If your life is you on a voyage, it's hard to in the ocean. The ocean is very vast, and if you're in the ocean not knowing where you're going, most of the time you're going to get lost at sea and not going to see an island, and you're going to die and starve. Yes. So the power of your mind. First of all, second of all, let's talk about the power of your mind. Your mind is a really powerful tool. You can leverage your mind to give you the life that you have always wanted. I can say for a fact that for me, now, I'm living in dreams that I had, in things that I wanted to do. Even starting a YouTube channel is something that I have thought about so many times. And because I have thought about it so many times, I have been able to put it into actionable steps. Like, for me to start a YouTube channel, I need to buy lighting, I need to buy a tripod, So, I have put it into actionable steps because that's what I thought about. Yeah. And your mind, just conceive things, your mind, use it to do the right things. Use your mind to think about your goals and everything that you want to do. Use your mind, let go of those self-limiting thoughts and ideas that you have in your mind. Sometimes you think out really good things, and then you're the person who shoots down your good ideas. Don't be that person. Don't be the person who's afraid to do things. Now this has turned into something else, but what I mean is, through vision boards, we can see the power of our thoughts. We can see the power of our minds, having something on our minds constantly. We're going to start recognizing patterns. Say for example, I was walking in town in Eldoret the other day, and I was looking for a specific perfume scent, and I had never looked at perfume shops around CBD before. But as soon as I started thinking, as soon as I entered the first shop, when I was walking around in town, I could recognize so many more perfume shops that I had never seen. I just passed down the street and I had never seen those perfume shops before, but they were always there. So if you have something that you're reminding yourself every day, it will enable you to see patterns. It will enable you to see things that you would otherwise not see. Say if you today walk around and you're today I'm going to see red cars. You're going to see more red cars than if you subconsciously, if you're looking at them subconsciously. So your mind is really powerful. It can recognize patterns. And if you think things, I read somewhere in a paper, it was when you continually internalize something, you subconsciously start seeing the patterns in that specific thing. So another thing that I would like to talk about is this thing is, it's not there are a few other studies. There's a book that I read. I actually saw a video, like a video summary. It was talking. It was called. It is called Rethinking Positive Thinking. I will link down below, where I read it. No, like where I saw the summary. It was talking about how visualizing. You know, sometimes vision boards they're based on visualizing. And sometimes visualizing is not a good thing. If you sit down, you know, your mind cannot distinguish between actually something happening and you imagining it happening. If you imagine that something has already happened, it makes you less likely to achieve the goal. That's actually a study that was conducted by scientists from, I think if it's NYU, it's not NYU, it's Colombia. They took like women who were trying to lose weight, and they were like, if like you believe that you will lose weight and you visualize yourself losing weight, you're in this side, and then if you think you're not able to really lose weight, you can see the ways that you will fail, you're on the other side of the study. And they conducted many more studies to prove that it wasn't a fluke. So imagining yourself achieving something is not like a sure bet way of getting things. So let's talk about how you can actually use visualization well. There's something called mental contrasting that is talked about in the book, and mental contrasting is visualizing a positive outcome while at the same time visualizing an internal struggle that you may face while trying to reach that positive outcome. So for example, if your goal is losing weight, like visualize you losing all that weight, but at the same time visualize the difficulties or the struggles, the internal struggles, like you know you're responsible for those struggles. Like think about them. Like say for example, you won't have the energy to wake up every day and work out. You won't have the discipline, you won't stick to your diet, not an extreme, just like you will find yourself going outside of the diet that you had said you're going to stick to so that you may lose weight. So when you do that, you see, like you would be more conscious to know how you would jeopardize your goals, what distracts you from achieving your goals, and what are the short-term struggles that you would face when you're trying to achieve your goals. So mental contrasting is something that was used by those scientists. They used it on a control group, on a group, and then there was a control group that maybe did only visualization, and then there was another one that only did then there's something else called implementation intention. Implementation intention is making an explicit statement of when, where, and how you're going to achieve that thing. You can't just say, I'm going to lose 10 kilos of weight this year, but you're like, I am going to lose that weight. How are you going to lose that weight? I'm going to pass this year. How are you going to pass? Like, what are you going to do to ensure that you pass? You see? So implementation intentions, like how do you intend on implementing those goals that you have set for this new year? So like for me, one of my goals this year is doing a handstand, actually. Like I don't know, like I just want to be strong enough to be able to do a handstand. I want my arm muscles to be strong enough to support my entire body. So like that's a goal that I have to like start thinking about. How do I improve my arm strength, and how do I make it easier for my arms for me to do a handstand by losing a bit of weight? Yeah. And even if I don't lose a bit of weight, how do I make my muscles strong enough to be able to hold all my weight, you know? So that's one goal. Another one of mine is maybe like makeup. Knowing how to do my makeup really nicely, like a full glam, if I want to do a full glam. And how do I make myself like knowledgeable enough, or how do I, where do I get the makeup that I need to do like a full glam? You know, like if I start thinking about a goal, I'll start thinking about the way that I could achieve I could achieve, instead of like me just seeing people and being like, oh, I really want to be like this person. What about this person that do you want to have in your own life? You know, like, don't just like live through life on autopilot. Like, recognize what are these things that you want, that you actually want out of your life, and you try to achieve them through, like, achieve them consciously, you know. Yeah. So yeah, let me show you my vision board and like tell you some of the things that I want to do. So this is my vision board, and maybe I may not talk about everything, but you can guess what this, like, okay, here, this is the Bible, and I would like to read the Bible more this year. This is the handstand that I was talking about. See this? Like, I want to be able to do that by the end of the year. And I want to journal more because, like, I want to talk about my feelings and not talk about them, like, understand my feelings and understand myself. And, you know, I want to start a business. Yeah, an online business. It's not funny, but why am I should not be second guessing myself. Yes, and I want to elevate my style, and I want to travel on my own. Yeah, solo travel this year. That's the in thing for me. I want to exercise. Apart from the fact that I want to do a handstand, I want to exercise. This is I put like pictures on top, but this is a treadmill, a life fitness treadmill. And I also want to nourish female friendships. I feel like that's something that I lack in my life and I want more of. I don't lack it, I haven't like explored the potential of having female friendships, and I think they're beautiful from seeing my sister and her friends. I want to, like I said, I want to be able to do my makeup like really well, and then I want to be consistent, and I want to have a lot of discipline. And this I will not talk about, but yeah, I really want that too. And this, I want this too, and I want this too. Yeah, maybe I might not talk about them, but like when I achieve them, not if I achieve them, when I do, I'll make sure to like talk about it at the end of the year. So check back again with me at the end of this year, and then we'll talk about these goals and if I achieve them. And I would really like to hear from you about your goals and if you achieve them. I know most of the people who will be watching this are just my friends, so yes, I would like to hear from you guys because I know you personally. I decided to stand in front of my vision board for for the rest of the video, so that you know I'm standing on business. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much. This was not how I envisioned this video to be. I wanted it to be like you guys watching me making my vision board, but I filmed it wrong. I really tried to DIY that setup, but it did not work out. So thank you so much for sticking with me and watching the entire video. Have yourself a good night or a good day, depending on when you're watching.